Arc System Works has revealed a new trailer for BlazBlue Plus the Tag Battle 2.0's version 2.0 expansion pack. The trailer reveals the last 5 DLC fighters that will be added to the game, and the first 4 were revealed through a different trailer, which they released back in August. The 5 new characters are Select from BlazBlue, Elizabeth from P4A, Adachi from P4A, and Helda from Under the Night and Birth, and Susanoo from BlazBlue. The trailer also featured their moveset. Ubisoft has announced a new Brawhalla tournament in Paris, which features the best players and teams in Europe. The tournament has a $20,000 prize pool. Online qualifiers will be held from October 3rd until October 6th for PC and Xbox One players. The best 6 out of each heat will be heading to the Great Brawls finals in Paris, and the winner of the Paris tournament will then be representing Europe in the US in the Brawhalla World Championship at the DreamHack Festival in Atlanta, Georgia.
They are the best 2v2 team in the world.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare has added a new Realism mode in its final day in open beta. In Realism mode, players had to take on the game without most of the game's elements, such as hit indications. Realism mode aims to challenge players as they were forced to play the game differently. The open beta's final day was September 23rd, but this feature and more will be available when Call of Duty Modern Warfare officially launches on September 25th. Conan Unconquered has received a new update which adds a new playable character named Bellet. Bellet is a pirate and is a ranged character, and she is worshipped as a goddess. Her abilities include a rain of arrows, which she can fire off the target area, and she can also use the rain of flaming arrows if she stands near the brazier. And guys, Bellet joins other characters, Conan, Valeria, and the spellcaster Calanthus.
Dynamic split screen or online as a party of
Over 2 years after its initial release, Larian Studios isn't done with Divinity Original Sin 2 just yet, and the developer has revealed that more content for the game is on its way, and they're also teasing that they have massive things planned outside of the game. And the last part is the little cryptic, and publishing director Michael Dowse didn't give any more details about it. So guys, he did however say that more gift bags are coming to all platforms, plus a few major gameplay tweaks.
Alone or with friends, online or in split screen, no matter how you choose to play, you will experience endless layers of depth and reactivity. Neatly packaged with the visually exciting, often unpredictable, and always dramatic world of Divinity Original Sin 2. Definitive Edition.
Ashes of Creation Apocalypse, a fantasy battle royal game from Intrepid Studios, is hitting Steam Early Access today. In a genre ruled by realistic and sci-fi shooters, Apocalypse will also get its main draw from its fantastical elements. Mythical mounts such as Greg Pons will also help players traverse the map, while a variety of weapons, armor, and fighting styles puts a twist on combat. Aside from Steam, players can also download a direct client from the game's official site.
I'm gonna make sure I like it lots on Instagram.
Sports Interactive will be spicing things up this year for Football Manager. Aside from the annual graphical and quality of life improvements, Football Manager 2020 will introduce a new club vision mechanic that will also allow players to nurture a certain type of culture in their organization. Players will be rewarded based on how well members of their team adapt the club's culture, and it will be more feature geared towards making the experience more realistic and one that players will need to work on over several seasons.
When he gets sold to someone in the summer, I'm gonna make sure I like it lots on Instagram.
Do we ever write back? No, because we didn't sign one, did we?
Tactical first-person shooter squad has just added helicopters, and 2 chapters have been added initially: the Mi-8 HIP transport helicopter and the UH-60 Black Hawk Rose. As squad leans heavily on realistic military simulation, you might find piloting these birds quite tricky at first, and you'll also need to choose either pilot or senior pilot in your loadout to fly the helicopters. The choppers that came as part of the Alpha 16 update, which also adds a new Afghanistan-themed map called Mutaha. Car Mechanic Simulator is coming to Nintendo Switch's Car Mechanic Simulator Pocket Edition. The game will hold the same content as its PC counterpart, but with the tweaked controls to make it more comfortable and enjoyable to play on Nintendo's hybrid console. Players will be able to get their virtual hands dirty with a wide variety of cars and parts, as well as their own very own collectors of cars. The game hits the Nintendo eShop on September 27th. Chameleon Games is launching their 3D platformer Tamarin later this year. And as the title suggests, the game stars a cute little monkey that's the size of a squirrel who finds himself on a quest to save his family from mean-looking bugs. It's not all cute and bubbly though, as Tamarin sports some third-person shooter mechanics, which will also allow players to blow their faces off of the game's villainous boss. Tamarin is coming to both the PlayStation 4 and PC before the year is through. A new mod for Fallout 4 inspired by games like Frostpunk and the survival mode from The Division will pit players against the deadly cold of nuclear winter. Dubbed as Fallout 2287 Nuclear Winter, it was created by modder D1V1NA122 and adds a mechanic where players need to monitor their core temperature. And guys, the temperature of the environment plus wind speed will also influence how fast players lose heat. And sleeping under a blanket and eating warm food will help fend off the cold. You can also download it for free at Nexus Mods. We have for you all the best deals all time here at ALLKEYSHOP.com. To start out, our featured free game for today is Batman Arkham Knight, and amazing price drops are also available for 3 great games, which are The Infinite Air with Mark McMorris, F1 2019, and Taki. Don't forget the game with the best discount right now, and that is still the video game Hitman 2. We have more great deals for you guys to check out. Just go to our official website, ALLKEYSHOP.com, and it will be in our daily deals page. Grab these games now. The Legend of Zelda developer Aonuma recently released an email expressing an intent to smoothen transitions between screens in Link's Awakening. According to the developer, this will make the fantastical world feel more connected, which does wonders for immersion of the game. Traditionally, the transitions were illustrated using a classic scroll feature where the map scrolls in single screen units. The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening is currently available, that is for Nintendo Switch.
Link washes ashore on the tropical Koholint Island. There are villages full of nature, sandy beaches, mysterious forests, swamps, deserts, and even a castle. Koholint Island is also home to some interesting folk. Some very interesting folk.
Fanatical Shadow Bundle has been announced for their Bundle Fest, and it comes with 3 tires. Tire 1 would cost $1, which will come with Tales from Shadowkeep, Tomb of Annihilation, Super in Effect, Golf, and Infinite Air with Mark McMorris. Tire 2 for $4.99 will come with all the Tires 1 games plus Legrin, Legacy, Tale of Fate Bones, Linux, Imperium Shadwin, and The Hex. Tire 3 for $6.49 USD will come with all the mentioned games plus Life is Feudal Forest Village. Astellia dev team announced that they are in the final stage of polishing off the game in time for its September 27th release date. In the meantime, it would serve you well if you were to acquire a Founders Pack. The said Founders Pack will grant you a hard start as well as access to exclusive items in the game. Available to you is the Legendary Pack, Platinum Pack, and the Gold Pack. Choose the one that best suits you and purchase it before the official launch will start.
Something wicked has awakened.
Destiny 2 Shadowkeep is almost here, and for most of you who don't know, Activision is no longer the game's publisher, so Bungie is free to choose which platforms the game can be played on. For those who have a lot of silver balance on their Battle.net accounts, you should transfer them to your Steam account by October 1st, making the transfer which will let to you keep all the purchase content as well as character progress found in the account. Destiny 2 Shadowkeep is set to launch. That's gonna be on October 1st.
You haven't seen darkness. Not yet.
Borderlands 3 has recently launched, and publisher 2K has revealed that the game was able to break its 5-day launch sale record on PC, selling more than 5 million copies. This number is twice as many copies sold as compared to their previous game Borderlands 2. What's more notable is that the game had launched as a Time Epic Games Store exclusive. Also, the game was able to get the highest percent of digital sales for a cross-platform, cross-distribution title. Arc System Works has officially revealed some of the DLC fighters that will be in version 2.0 of BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle. The game features an interesting cast of playable characters and now BlazBlue Central Fictions, Selika, Mercury and Susano, Persona 4, Arena's Elizabeth, and Toru Adachi, and Hilda from Under Night and Birth that are being added to Fray. All these characters are brandished in a new trailer that can be found on Arc Systems Works official YouTube channel, should you be interested.
でございます。どうぞ殺すつもりでおいでくださいませ。不詳エリザベス、行かせていただきます。
ああ、さっさと始めようよ。ほんとくだらない。
Riot has announced that they have a collaboration with Louis Vuitton on creating a one-of-a-kind trophy travel case for the 2019 World Championship Summers Cup for League of Legends. The trophy will be awarded to the winner of the tournament. It has also been confirmed that Louis Vuitton will also work on some unique champion skins, as well as some capsule collections for the game. The designs will come from Louis Vuitton's artistic director of women's collection, Nicolas Gisquier. Ni no Kuni Wrath of White Witch Remastered has been released by Bandai Namco Entertainment, and this is the enhanced edition of 2013's action role-playing game, having upgraded graphics for the PlayStation 4 and PC. The game will also launch on Nintendo Switch, making it the very first Ni no Kuni game for the handheld platform. The remastered version offers new visual enhancements, reaching up to 1080p resolutions with 60 FPS for the PS4, and for the PS4 Pro, that is up to 4K.
Of course you can! You are the pure-hearted one! And the legends say that the pure-hearted one will drive away the darkness!
Arch Digital and Twice Circle has announced their new Aquarium Tycoon game, which is coming to PlayStation 4 on the 18th of October, called Megaquarium. The game will let players manage and build their very own underwater zoos. Players will handle every single thing in their aquariums, like the layout of the place, the fish that will be exhibit, the staff to hire, souvenir shops, and a cafe or any place where the visitors can rest. Choose from over 100 colorful species of fish to add. The puzzle platformer Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition is now available for pre-order for Nintendo Switch. The game comes with new content including new areas, new abilities, more story sequences, as well as more difficulty modes and fast travel. Naru will also have 2 new environments, plus 2 new abilities called the Dash and Light Burst. Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition is currently available on PC and Xbox One and will launch on Switch. This is gonna be on September 27. Nintendo had just turned 130 years old and it was founded on September 23, 1889. The company started out as a Hanafuda playing card company called Nintendo Kopai by Masahiro Yamauchi. During the company's first 40 years, it had focused on cards. The company even operated taxis, love hotels, produced instant rice, and then toys. In 1977, they developed their first console, the Color TV Game 6. They had a series of best-selling consoles and amazing games. Now, happy 130th birthday, Nintendo! We have for you all the best deals all the time here at ALLKEYSHOP.com. To start out, our featured free game for today is Batman Arkham Knight. Amazing price drops are also available for 3 great games, which are namely Infinite Error with Mark McMorris, F1 2019, and Toki. Don't forget the game with the best discount right now, and that is the stealth video game Hitman 2. So guys, we have more great deals for you to check out. Just go to our daily deals page and grab these games now.